might go in my ear.
Right now, Sam.
Round 2 of the Western Conference Finals has reached its climax. Game 7 on EA Sports. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets getting set to match up with the San Antonio Spurs. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Nuggets coming in. They have their home court behind them, and that cannot be discounted with the winner moving on to the conference finals.
And this pressure just ratchets up when you get to a Game 7. These guys have a chance to leave everything on the court. You can't worry about what lies ahead. You got to put all your focus and attention on this one game. This is your one moment.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Thomas. Barton. Now pass stolen by the Spurs.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Thomas with the basketball. Just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7 to Will Barton. 3 in the key. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Millsap. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Paul Millsap at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw is good to cap off the 3-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Right now, San Antonio's possession. And he scores. Jay took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
Oh, man. You're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Millsap to Thomas. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Will Barton. Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Denver's ball. 4-3. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
2 shots. A career 87% from the line. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Nothing going here on that drive. Whoa! What a finish! Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink. think because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Harris, guarded by Murray. Has a look. A shot no good by Harris.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Barton into the front court. They trail by 7. Trying to cash in. He's looking for that touch.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
That's going to be out of bounds. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
To Thomas. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
To Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
A lot of questions looming about whether he can truly get back to 100% after that horrible hip surgery. Remember, though, this guy averaged 28 points per game just a couple of years ago.
Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Thomas to Millsap. Nice pass to set things up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. The official's ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
DeRozan. And he finishes at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Thomas across the timeline. His team down 9 to Will Barton. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's good, just as the horn sounds. Inching a little closer, but still down at the break. We are at halftime. halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Spurs were the dominant team in that first half, without question. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs. The Nuggets may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Nuggets have the possession. To Millsap. Fires the three. Yeah, Paul Millsap. Quick catch and shoot there for 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Aldridge. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harris, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Isaiah Thomas. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
He gets it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Thomas into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Will Barton. Not that time. Another chance. Aldridge to Murray. Count the bucket for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Thomas with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Millsap. Off the mark. Doesn't get the bounce. To Will Barton. Tough make through drive. And it's rebounded by the Nuggets. Barton into the front court. Down 8. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Spurs have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball. As we begin the 4th quarter, they have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Curling inside.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And he connects on the first free throw. for 2 on that trip. To Millsap.
Oh, he's denied. Oh, big man doing work right there.
Thomas. Short jump and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Isaiah Thomas against Murray. To Millsap. Down to 5 on the 24. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
Yeah, I know Will Barton got some votes for 6th man of the year, and he finished 4th and all about him. But last year, his stock was at an all-time high, and he posted career best numbers across the board at 27 years old. It's good to see him play in the NBA the same way he played in the streets of Baltimore growing up.
And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Millsap. Thomas to Millsap. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Thomas gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Thomas. Millsap. Rises for the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Murray. And the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Millsap. Off the mark. Spurs in possession. And that's blocked by Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Desperation shot here from half court. It's the Spurs who are victorious. They're going to continue on in these playoffs, heading to the Western Conference Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs
have cause to celebrate tonight, but not too much. They have plenty work to do this offseason.
Check out the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs. The Nuggets weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Check out the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Spurs are one step closer to a championship with today's win. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.